An agreed upon reality. An agreed upon reality. That is actually what is going on. Although it is actually a bit funny because nobody knows that it is an agreed upon reality. And now you might wonder what I mean when I say an agreed upon reality. Okay, I will try to explain that. Society, human society. Human society is a mix of a lot of different agreed upon realities. And by that I mean social norms, ideas about how society should function. And these ideas, they are agreed upon realities. Or perhaps I should say they are constructions, reality constructions that are not questioned. Or they are questioned, but only very marginally. Is that the right word? I think that's the right word. And that is the funny thing. If someone like me, starts to question the structure of these agreed upon realities, if someone starts to question radically the reality about these agreed upon realities, then one becomes an outcast, an enemy of the agreed upon reality. And the only thing I actually do is that I'm shining a light. I'm shining a light on the system saying, it does not have to be like this. And most human beings are not aware of that fact. They are just going about their everyday, daily business. So they become puppets, society's puppets. There are numerous agreed upon realities. And when I say agreed upon reality, I am actually saying that it has nothing to do with reality. It manifests itself in different ways, but only because we believe it to be so. We believe it to be reality. And as long as we believe that everything is supposed to be as it is, then we live in an agreed upon reality. But I am questioning that. Or should I say it this way? I'm shining a light. All I'm doing is that I'm saying that it is an agreed upon reality. And as I said, there are numerous. There is a vast amount of different agreed upon realities. They are different from small groups to regions to countries. And they are also the sole course for war between humans. Because every time you have a war, it is a fight between two different agreed upon realities. And the one part wants the other part to agree upon their idea of reality. But then the other part, no, we have our own agreed upon reality, so we will not agree upon yours, and then the fighting begins. And there are no end to this until the human being discovers for itself that all we are doing is that we are fooling ourselves. We are fooling ourselves into belief systems, ideas. And the only reason why we are doing this is that we are never questioning our own ideas. We are always questioning other people's ideas. I don't know if you have noticed that. So, we are not only questioning other people's ideas, we are fighting them every single day. Trying to manipulate even those people that we supposedly love. We are still trying to manipulate them so that they will fit my idea of how reality should be. So we are all guilty. We are all guilty of the chaos until we face the fact that all we are doing is that we are killing each other because of ideas. We are manipulating each other because of ideas. And conflict will never stop until the human being will face that fact. And that will happen unless we succeed in eliminating ourselves before. But it will happen because the pain and the suffering will push us there. And more human beings will start to wonder, what is the cause of the madness? What is behind the madness? And it is not the content of the madness that is the problem. It is the impulse that is behind it. The impulse to be rigid about one's own convictions, never asking questions to one's own convictions. Where do they come from? When did I adopt them? What are the beliefs underneath these convictions? Are they true? Can they be true? Could they ever be true? Those are very, very effective questions to ask oneself in a self-inquiry. An agreed upon reality. But you do only agree to the reality out of ignorance. And that is the question, how does one step out of this agreement if one does not know that one is already doing it? That is why I am shining a light. And I'm saying, you are already agreeing. And you do not know why you are agreeing. And I am fully aware that this might sound like I am advocating some kind of revolution. And I am certainly not advocating any kind of revolution in the outer world, but perhaps an internal revolution inside the mind of the human being. Then the outside world, that will change on its own accord. When that revolution has taken place within the human mind, then the outside world will change correspondingly, peacefully, quietly. And to the conditioned mind, that sounds like utopia. And of course it is. It is absolutely utopia for the conditioned mind. The conditioned mind knows nothing about living in that way. If you think that this talk sounds like some kind of a rant, I apologize. It is not my intention. But I am very what to call it, committed to shine a very bright light on the dysfunction that resides deep within the human mind. And that is why it might sound like a rant, but it is actually a message of love. A message of so deep compassion that it is almost impossible to verbalize. So if you suddenly realize that we are living in a system of agreed upon realities, then do not fight those agreed upon realities. Go deep within yourself. Dig out those deep-seated beliefs that keep you trapped, that keeps you trapped in those agreed upon realities. Dig those belief systems. Take them out into the open. Shine light upon them. Come to know about them. You will be changed. And as you change, the agreed upon reality will change at the same time. This was a very direct transmission. I don't know why it ended up like that. But sometimes that's how it goes. Take care, my friend. I shall be back.